guys, so let's look at a program to calculate the circumference and area of a circle given the radius. Now in circle we have a constant value of pi, where the value of pi is 3.14. You can also write a few more decimal points, 3.141527. Now this pi value can be declared in two ways in your code. Either you can use the const keyword while declaring. Const in float pi is equal to 3.14. If you're comfortable with this way, you can go ahead. Now, otherwise, just like your hash include preprocessor directive, which is used to include a header file to enable the use of certain functions, we also have another preprocessor directives which helps us define constants, and that preprocessor directive is hash define. So if you were to declare a value for hash define, you can just go ahead and write hash define pi 3.14, no equal to, no semicolon. This should be written preferably just below the hash include stdio.h statement. So now let's see how to implement in the hash define method. If you're going ahead with const float pi is equal to 3.14, you can just continue using pi like a normal variable, like you would use an int a or a float a or a float b. You can just go ahead and use it like that, or you can do the hash define. Since the variable part is already familiar, I'll go with the preprocessor directive way. So just for the preprocessor hash define, I will be writing the hash include as well. So hash include stdio.h. Below that, write hash define pi 3.14. You can include more decimal points, more digits after the decimal point. It's clearly your choice. So go ahead with void main or int main, whatever is the format that your compiler already has written in prior. So now that we have the value of pi, you just need to declare a perimeter and area as well as a radius. So like we did for the value of finding program to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle, I won't be declaring another variable for perimeter and area. I'll just go ahead and put it in the printf statement. So I'll just create a float radius variable and ask my user to enter the radius. Go ahead and write a scanf statement, %f ampersand rad. Now you can directly go ahead and printf area and put %f and write down the formula here. Now we have already declared pi in our preprocessor directive hash define. So you can go ahead and write pi asterisk rad asterisk rad. Just a simple calculation. Going ahead and printing the perimeter. Perimeter %f and the value will be 2 asterisk pi asterisk radius. That's all. You can write a different variable for area and perimeter and then calculate and then print it. No problem. Our basics is all about building your fluency, building your confidence in coding. So if you find that this is easier creating a variable, you can slowly start creating a variable and calculating area and perimeter, and then you can go ahead and write the following statements where you don't need a separate variable for perimeter and area. You can just write the calculation in the printf statement itself. Build your confidence slowly, and so that you don't end up making mistakes. Now let's see this in the code. So like I said, we'll be having our preprocessor directive hash define, and the value of pi and 3.14. You can extend to a couple of more digits after decimal, after the decimal point, doesn't matter. So there is no equal to sign, there is no semicolon. I'll go ahead and declare my radius, float radius, and ask my user for the radius. So enter radius and scanf %f and ampersand rad. Now I'll declare area and perimeter here and we'll reduce it slowly. So first I'll go ahead and calculate area is equal to pi into radius and perimeter is equal to 2 into pi into radius, and you can print f /n area is equal to, that's the area %f, and in the next line perimeter %f. So the first value is area and the second value is perimeter. So let's run it first and then we'll go ahead with the reduction of the number of variables. So enter radius, let's say 10. So it will be 3.14 into 10 into 10, it is 314, and the other one is 62.7999. So I'll reduce the size of the decimal points to 0.3 and 0.3. Now I'll run it once again and see if it works. Yes. Now we can go ahead and reduce the number of variables. Copy the formula which is necessary and replace it in the place where you had the extra variable. You can put a bracket if that helps you. It's not mandatory. So go ahead and put your perimeter formula over there. Get rid of those two statements and you can remove those variables. So we can run the program once again, enter radius 10, and yes, it works. So I've built from using different variables to reducing the number of variables and just using the formula in the printf statement. Thank you.